Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense takes the field. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Mississippi State going up-tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to pass. It's Shapen. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. So Texas A&M's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Rides to the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to run for it. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Allen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The inside handoff. Twist his way through. Bulldoze ahead, he's down at the 18 after picking up 5. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. And the field goal unit, oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The offense set for a first down play. Smith takes the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the single back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Line getting set on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Mississippi State right back to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. At the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll give it to him again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Open runway ahead. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. The defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Fair catch called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some time.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Really nice.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now on second and short after the first down completion. Looking for a man. It's Reed. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Watson. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Complete downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Finds the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Shapen. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. The Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to
Fires into traffic, picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. On first down, here comes this offense. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Mississippi State going up tempo. Back to throw, it's Shapen. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full account.
That's a live ball! And the ball goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Off the RPO, complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, and made a nice tackle.
Finds his man. It's Moss. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy.
Texas A&M going up tempo. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Running back goes in motion. Got it, looking for a first. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. On 1st and 10 from the 38.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. DB's right up on the receivers. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, shooting up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, you got to stop the run.
They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20. He'll do it himself. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldog. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Looking deep down the right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. The short hands, it's Muhammad. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now on second down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Let's go. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know,